So I did some vinyl shopping yesterday. Let me show you what I picked up. Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hoping you a great morning this morning. It is Friday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Cheers, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, so I traveled to beautiful Kingston, Ontario, right on the shores of Lake Ontario, about 45 minutes to an hour east of here. Beautiful city, about twice the size of this place, maybe even bigger. It's a college university town, so it's always crazy busy. Princess Street is one of the main drags where you can just walk up and down and shop, and it's always wonderful and busy and beautiful. And there's some great record stores down there. There's three main ones that I've shopped at yesterday, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Before I started digging, I went to a great place called Ronnie's, which was kind of a retro kind of restaurant. Played a lot of 50s music. Had a great breakfast, meat lover's breakfast. It was amazing, and the coffee was just whoa, it was so good, so good. But right next door to Ronnie's, because he wasn't quite open yet, was Brian's record option. Brian's is an experience. Here's the pictures here. Records from floor to ceiling, and then some. Sometimes you're stepping on records to get to other records. There's piles of records on top of the bins, so you got to move those over to dig. I looked up, and there's CD towers leaning like this and records leaning like that. But the guy's amazing. He's been there for I think he said 54 years. And he knows exactly where everything is. If you asked him, where's Deep Purple's Banana? Yeah, my Deep Purple stuff's over here. I don't think I've got that one, but have a look. If you're looking for jazz or blue, whatever you're looking for, he knows exactly where it is. His CD player wasn't working yesterday. It was kind of cutting out and stuff, so we talked maybe how to fix that. Maybe spraying some on, maybe there's bad connections or whatever. But he just talks about so much stuff. He's well known. He's kind of an icon in the city. So I didn't pick up any used stuff because A, it's overpriced, and B, it wasn't in great shape. But I did get 3 new albums. I've taken the plastic off because there's no hype stickers or anything. But first one was Aladdin Sane. I've been wanting this one for a long time. Not bad priced. April 1973 release. You got Spiders from Mars on here, the backup band, Mick Ronson, Trevor Bolder, Mick Woodmansey. You got pianist Mike Garson on here, 2 saxophones, 3 backing vocals. Yeah, it's there's a very glam photo of Mr. Bowie there. No colored vinyl, but it's on the Bowie label. What else is in here? There's what else is on here? Nice little where you can join David's official fan club if you want. Watch That Man, Aladdin Sane, Drive Him Saturday, Panic at Detroit, Cracked Actor, Time, The Prettiest Star, Let's Spend the Night Together, That Genie, Detroit and New York, and Lady Grinding Soul. All going to cost you to join the fan club. 55p. I'm not sure. Is that pence? I'm not familiar with British coinage. But there's the inner sleeve. So great find, great find. I also picked up there at Brian's Young Americans by Mr. Bowie. I love the roughness of the sleeve, or the outer sleeve, outer cover. The 9th album by Mr. Bowie, March 7th, 1975. Again on the Bowie label. Not as glam as his previous stuff, more soul and R&B. You got Young Americans, Win, Fascination, Right. Somebody up there likes me. Across the Universe, that's a John and Paul tune. Can You Hear Me? And Fame. Yeah. Happy to have this one in my collection. And the third one I got from Brian's. I had a cheapy copy of Can't Buy a Thrill, one of those discounted compact disc things. So I found a new copy of Can't Buy a Thrill. This is a great album. Really, really good album. Really, really good album. Debut album by Steely Dan. It's on the Geffen label. November 1972. Written by Walter Becker and Donald Fagen. Recorded in 1972 in August. Listed as one of the 500 greatest albums of all time. I totally agree. You got Do It Again, Dirty Work, Kings, Midnight Cruiser, Only a Fool Would Say That, Reelin' in the Years, they're a huge, huge hit. Fire in the Hole, Brooklyn Owes the Charmer Under Me, Change of the Guard, and Turn That Heartbeat Over Again. You got Jeff Skunk Baxter doing some guitar work, pedal steel guitar. Walter Becker, of course, on bass and vocals. Denny Diaz, amazing guitarist, on here, also plays sitar. Donald Fagen, of course. Jim Hodder on drums and does some lead vocals. David Palmer shares lead vocals with Donald Fagen. And then you got Elliot Randall, Victor Feldman, all kinds of other stuff. But so happy to have this one in my collection. Fantastic album. So from Brian's, I went over to another change of pace for sure. Something Else Records. It's a nice change from Brian's. It's open. It's clean. He had some jazz playing, so it's nice and relaxed. Laid out in a nice way as well. There's a couple of pictures there. He wasn't open till 11, so I stopped and did a couple other things and just kind of sat around and watched people walk by. I did find some great discounted albums in this one. I got Thunderbird, Roger McGuinn, Thunderbird. This is 1977 release. I haven't heard this one. I know, of course, Roger McGuinn from the Byrds. I don't know what this one's like. The cover intrigued me. Great shape, by the way. Great shape. It's on the got the original inner sleeve. It's on the Columbia label. Again, I have no idea what this one sounds like, or if it's good or bad, or I think it was like $10 maybe. You got Roger McGuinn, of course, on vocals and guitar. Rick Vito on vocals and guitar. Dobro and mouth harp. Greg Thompson on drums. Charlie Harrison on vocals and bass guitar. Marty Greb on keyboards. Tom Sachs on sax solo on American Girl. So he apparently does a great cover of American Girl by Tom Petty. All kinds of other guest artists on this one. All Night Long, It's Gone. That was a Peter Frampton track, All Night Long. It's Gone. Dixie Highway, American Girl again, Tom Petty. We Can Do It All Over Again. Why Baby Why, I'm Not Alone Anymore, Golden Loom, and Russian Hill. There's the band there. So happy to find that one for sure. Again, a great copy of this one here. I've been missing this one. This is The Hoople by Mott the Hoople. Look at this, is fantastic shape. Just almost new. I've cleaned these as well. I mean, they weren't in bad shape at all. This one again, I think, is on the Columbia label. But yeah, the 7th, and this is unfortunately the final album by Mott the Hoople as well. I've read that it's 85th best-selling album in 1974, and it was voted 16th best album in 1974 by Cream magazine. Of course, Ariel Bender on lead guitar and vocals, Dale Griffin on drums, Ian Hunter on vocals and rhythm guitar, Overend Watts on bass, Morgan Fisher on keyboards and synth. You got the big hit Golden Age of Rock and Roll, Marionette, Alice, Crash Street Kids, Born Late 58, Trudy's Song, Pearl and Roy, England, Through the Looking Glass, and Roll Away the Stone. This one I think was $10 as well, I think. Curious to listen to this one. This is Slade and Nobody's Fools, sorry. Again, damn near perfect. This is their 6th album. This one's on the Polydor label. Again, I've got to put these in outer and inner sleeves. I was tired after yesterday because it was supposed to be a rainy day, but it turned out to be gorgeous and beautiful. Yeah, the 6th album by Slade, 1976 release. Apparently they dropped their loud and rocky type songs. This is more of a mature American soul and pop sound for the band. The first time to feature a backing vocalist in Tasha Thomas. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Nobody's Fool, Do the Dirty, Let's Call It Quits, Pack Up Your Troubles, In for a Penny, Get On Up, L.A. Jinx, Did Your Mama Ever Tell You, Scratch My Back, I'm a Talker, and All the World's a Stage. I don't know why they have those clown noses on there. I guess that's just Slade doing Slade things. Picked up a couple of John Anderson albums as well there. This one's got a tiny little hole in the bottom. Tiny little hole when they did that. I don't know why they did that stuff. This is Song of Seven, the 2nd solo album by Anderson, 1980 release, with his new band, the New Life Band. This was during his hiatus from Yes, apparently. Also to support his first solo tour. And apparently the backing vocals took like 3 weeks to record. He's definitely a perfectionist. It's got the original inner sleeve. And it's on the Atlantic label. Again, I haven't cleaned any of the vinyl or put these in inner or outer sleeves. For you, for me, Some Are Born. Don't forget Nostalgia, Heart of the Matter, Hear It, Everybody Loves You, Take Your Time, Days, and Song of Seven. And produced and arranged by John Anderson. So I got that one. And I also picked up this one. This is Animation. Animation is the 3rd solo album by John Anderson. May 1982 on the Atlantic label. Mike Oldfield collaborated with Mike Oldfield. This is more new age and electric pop, apparently. Not too big on the cover. But it's in decent shape. Tiny little bit of ring wear, but no big deal. This is a Canadian pressing, obviously, as well. looking forward to that one. And from there, I had one more stop to make. I went to Zap Records, which was a smaller shop than the other two, but still a decent size. I wasn't going to go there because I found the owner a bit of a jerk last time I was there. Didn't talk. When I handed the records to pay for them, he told me he just kind of indicated to put them down. Didn't say a word. This time I actually had him smiling and talking, because when I went to pay for what I'm just going to show you here, I said, "Oh, that's it, I'm broke, and I've brought my own bag." And he kind of smirked and said, "Okay, here you go. Here's your receipt. Have a great day." I was totally surprised. It's a complete different experience than going to Zap Records in Coburg, which is west of here, with Tim, a bigger store. Tim is such a great guy, knowledgeable, talks your ear off, and plays some great music. This Zap didn't even have any music playing. But I found this one. I hope it's good. I don't know. I know the man. This is Ronnie Lane. This is Ronnie Lane. And Slim Chance. That's his band name as well. Of course, Ronnie Lane, English musician and songwriter, was the bassist with the Faces and Small Faces. This is the second solo album by Ronnie Lane. He left Faces and he went to live on a farm in Wales. He was hoping for some commercial success, so he named his band Slim Chance. 6 of the 13 songs on here were written by him, the rest by Slim Chance and his wife Kate Lambert at the time. Then he got some covers, including a new version of Faces Stone on here. Apparently it's a lot of rock and folk rock on this one. It's on the A&M label. I'm assuming this is the original sleeve. The vinyl's in fantastic shape. I'm curious to see what this one sounds like. There he is there. And yeah, I hope it's a good one. The Poacher, Stone, Bottle of Brandy, Street Gang, Anniversary. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. A Little Piece of Nothing. Brother, Can You Spare a Dime? Ain't No Lady. Blue Monday. Give Me a Penny. You Can Never Tell, and Tim and Tambourine. Again, this was, I think, 15 for that one. And I had to get this one for sure. I love the cover. This is Quicksilver. Of course, Quicksilver Messenger Service. Awesome psychedelic band from San Francisco. Formed way back in 1965. This is their 6th album, 1971 release. Very psychedelic looking. This one is in great shape. I cleaned it up quite a bit. It's on the, I love that Capitol label, by the way. You've got Dino Valenti on guitar and vocals and flute percussion. Gary Duncan on guitars and vocals. Mark Nafalin on organ and piano. Mark Ryan on bass. And Greg Gilmore on drums and percussion. This is a Canadian pressing as well, apparently. There's Hope. I Found Love, Songs for Frisco, Play My Guitar, Rebel, Fired Brothers, Out of My Mind, Don't Cry, My Lady Love, and The Truth by the great Quicksilver. So there you have it, guys. That was one of my day in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. I've got a lot of listening to do, a lot of cleaning to do, a lot of sleeving to do, so I'll be doing that sometime throughout the day. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.